Hey, what is happening, you whack watch hog? Got a new Hops Zacian EX build for y'all today. It's been on my radar for a little while. Tried it out the other day to see how it kind of compares to the Monkey Dory build, and they're definitely a little bit different. This build is quite a bit more aggressive. It once again is not utilizing the Brave Slash on the Zacian EX at all. We play no Metal Energy. We just play 4 Jet Energy and 2 Mist Energy, which I'll talk about here in a second. The only attack we're using with the Zacian is the Insta Strike. 30 damage to the active, 30 damage to a bench Pokemon, and then from there, we either follow up with another Zacian, depending on the matchup, or the Crams and the Snorlaxes can get involved, and of course, we have the Ursaluna EX in here as well to close out games. But this build revolves heavily around the Iron Valiant EX with the Tachyon Bits ability. When this Pokemon moves from our bench to the active spot, we can put 2 damage counters on one of our opponent's Pokemon. And we can do this multiple times throughout a turn with multiple different Iron Valiant. We can't use the same ability on the Iron Valiant more than once, but if we have 2 or 3 Iron Valiant in play, we can do it 2 or 3 times throughout the turn. So of course it involves a ton of switch cards to make that happen. So there's 4 switch as well as 4 jet energy in here, and the A-Spec is the Prime Catcher. So it allows us to do stuff like Insta Strike for 90 to 120 damage on our opponent's active Pokemon, and then be able to hit one of their bench Pokemon for up to around 70 damage. We usually don't ever want to put 3 Iron Valiant in play, and don't very often draw enough switch cards to actually support 3 Iron Valiant, but we can usually get 2 in play. And on that first turn of the game going second, can usually pretty aggressively pull off double Tachyon Bits, allowing us to do stuff like KO double Dreepy, or KO like a Monkey Dory in the active and a Ralts on the bench, or something like that. So it can be pretty powerful turn ones going second, and then we kind of try and snowball that lead from there with follow-up Insta Strikes and Tachyon Bits, or if our opponent does get an aggressive knockout, we can get into our Cramorants and potentially even the Snorlax from there. So we do still have 2 Cramorant in here, and the nice thing with the Tachyon Bits comboed with the Cramorant is it lets us hit like a little bit higher numbers for effective one-hit KOs on stuff like Raging Bolts, or even if we come up short on a modifier, then we could do like double Tachyon Bits plus a Fickle Spitting with maybe Snorlax in play and just the Hops Choice Band, but maybe we whiff the Post-Wick. And if we're trying to KO something like a, I don't know, like a Grass Ogre Pawn, then we can do that with 2 Tachyon Bits to kind of fulfill that damage cap. And then we also have 2 Snorlax in here, which is not just to boost our damage. We also use them as attackers potentially. We play 4 Jet Energy and 2 Mist Energy. So if we can get 2 of these energy on our Snorlax and a Hops Choice Band, then we can be swinging with that Dynamic Press for at least 170 damage. Usually we have the Choice Band, so we're at least doing 200, and can even be hitting up to 230 if we got the Post-Wick in play. Like I said, for stuff like Raging Bolts, 1 Tachyon Bits makes the difference there, and then all of a sudden we're one-hit KOing, or effectively one-hit KOing the Raging Bolts. Got the Ursaluna in here for the late game. Need some energy for that usually, because we're usually going back and forth for like a 2-2-2 prize trade. So we're going to need an energy on our Ursaluna to close out games. Because we do play the Iron Valiants in here, and we are playing Techno Radars to help find those super fast, super aggressively. We also have the Iron Bundle in here because it is a future Pokemon, so we can search it out with the Techno Radar as well. For the support, we got the Fez, we got the Mew, and we have the Squawkabilly. And then for the draw supporters, it's pretty aggressive lineup here. We got 4 Research, 3 Arven, and 2 Iono. Also have 2 Boss's Orders in here as well to go alongside the Prime Catcher for our Gust effects. The switches I talked about. For other Pokemon search, we have 2 Hops Bag and 4 Nest Ball, and we're trying to find those draw supporters pretty aggressively, so we have Pokegears in here. I also have a Palpad in here as well to help recover heavy draw supporters like Researches throughout the game, or maybe even Arvens, depending on what our win conditions is in the situation. But most importantly is to recover Boss's Orders, so we have Gust effects in the late game. If we're going Research after Research in the early mid game, then we're definitely going to be discarding some Boss's Orders, or maybe even using one at some point in between there, and it'll be nice to be able to recover some to have Gust effects to be able to close out the game at the end. Honestly, I've thought about this a little bit more. It's maybe possible, thinking about this a little bit more, it's maybe possible just cutting the Palpad for a 3rd boss actually just makes a little bit more sense, because that's usually the only thing we're looking to recover with the Palpad is Boss's Orders. I'm literally just going to make that change right now. So this is the new updated list right here with 3 Boss's Orders. 4 Hops Choice Band, of course, 1 Night Stretcher for a little bit of recovery. I don't really feel like we need more than this. And honestly, because of how often our opponent can kind of play around our follow-up Cramorant in this deck as well, I'm not going to make this change immediately, but I could see cutting a Cramorant for maybe another Night Stretcher or just like another card, because we are going to have 2 prize liabilities on our bench, which is something we don't have in play if we're playing like the Monkey Dory build. So we can go like Zacian first, the KO our Zacian, then we go Cram. We can go Zacian first, the KO our Zacian, we go Cram, and then they ignore our Cram and they go KO like an Iron Valiant, taking us off the Cram turns and then leaving them with 2 prize cards remaining, which means we can't use Cram anymore to like get any real value, right? So yeah, 2 Cram in this deck definitely feels worse than the other build, but Still keep it in here for now. Prizing Cram is really bad, though, so that's like a reason to keep 2 around. We got 2 future booster capsules in here to give ourselves a free retreat cost, a pivot on the Iron Valiant EX. Latias, before anyone mentions it, does not work in this deck. We do not have bench space for a Latias. We need to have Zacian in play, Snorlax, 2 Iron Valiant. That's 4 Pokemon, and then usually 1 or 2 support Pokemon make their way into play. Sometimes we have a Squawk ability early on. If not, Fez plus Mew is really powerful to have in play. Sometimes we want to have a follow-up attacker set up as well, like the Cramorant, get that down early depending on the matchup. So there's just no bench space for that Latias EX, unfortunately. I would love to have it in here, but we just don't have the bench space. TM Devo in here for some some spread cheese plays that we can pull off. Really good up against like matchups like Dragapult and even like Gardevoir. It can be pretty impactful as well. For Postwick, of course, got to get that plus 30 damage for our Zacian and the Cramorant. And then the energy, like I mentioned, for Jet, this is another way to pivot around our Iron Valiants. So we're not using our Jets to power up our Zacian or our Crams. We're using it to push the Iron Valiant into the active to get another Tachyon Bits off, and then retreating it with the future booster energy capsule. We do also play 2 Mist Energy. The Mist Energy are actually kind of cool in here for the Dragapult matchup specifically. If a Dragapult like punches our Zacian for 200 damage and then spread 6 to the bench, we can put a Mist Energy on our Zacian EX, and now they can no longer KO this Zacian EX with spread damage from Dragapult. They'll have to Dusclops it or Dusknoir it or punch it again for 200 damage, which is not very damage efficient. So the Mist Energy are super, super powerful in the Dragapult matchup. Also, we just kind of want a couple extra energy to make it easier to set up our Snorlax for that dynamic press. And that's the build, the Cheese Zacian EX Iron Valiant deck. Yeah, if you're trying to frustrate your opponents and take some early gimmicky wins, this is definitely the deck, because like I said, turn 1 you can KO double Dreepies, Monkey Dory, and a Ralt. You can put on so much pressure and so much aggression on that first turn of the game that they kind of just fall apart from there. Let's go ahead, let's jump into some action, and I'll show y'all how it runs. Axes in the hand. Give me the Techno Radar. Oh, the nubs are online. Look out. Can I even play for like a big TM Devo play? I might not even be able to play for that, to be honest. We need to get the Arven off of this Pokegear. That's what we need for sure. Just need a double colorless energy reprint. This deck will go wild. Ow, what would that do for the deck? So you can attack with Snorlax? Okay, that's a cool top deck. I kind of just want to Squawk and Seize first, to be honest. I don't even really want to... If I get Arven here... Yeah, I think I'm just going to chill. Oh, they play Pidgey. We're definitely punching Pidgey here, right? Because it's like a free... Well, now that I see there's a Pidgey here, if I get Arven off this, I think we're... Never mind. Go Hops. I almost want to grab double Zacian here. Am I just going to be going Zacian back-to-back turns here? Like, if they KO one Zacian, I'm just going to attack with the next Zacian just have for a Team Devo play. That's what I mean to say. I think yes, so I'm just going to go like this. Also, to use TM Devo, we need, like, energy. We can't just be using it. I don't think this thing is dying this turn as well. So that'll give that. So I think setting up for multiple Zacians here makes sense. I don't think this Zacian is dying this turn. Oh, I would be surprised if it does. You think Badoo went down in power after rotation? I don't know. These aren't things I think about. The way I think about the game is if you are playing a deck in this current standard format, it is either correct to play Badoo in it or not play Badoo in it. I don't care about, like, I don't think about Badoo's overall power level in the format. I just think about, in this deck that I'm currently playing, do I want Badoo in here? And if I want Badoo, why? If I don't, why not? Yeah, those kind of things are just things I do not think about. Iono deck will be a meta deck? Probably not, no. I don't think it's quite good enough. What do you think about like what I just said? And I don't think about those things, like I don't think about like that kind of thing specifically because it just doesn't matter. It's like not relevant to whether or not I play Badoo in a deck that I would play Badoo in. So do you think Iron Valiant is the best way to play this deck? This so far has felt considerably worse than the Monkey Dory build, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so far this has felt definitely worse than Monkey Dory. Yo, that strength though. Okay, so how much are we doing? 80, 90. I do want to KO one of these because if they have top like Iono, Mamoswine, then that KOs my active. I can put this here. I probably burn Switch before Jet because Jet combos with TM Devo. Although in this situation here, it doesn't even seem like we're going to be using TM Devo at all. Set up second Iron Valiant, I guess. Does it matter which one I attack with here? I think it's correct to attack with this one because I know another stage 2 can't come out, so this one won't die. And I can possibly jet into this one next turn. Do something like that, maybe. Where can I see this list? In the Discord. I've been playing Ludicolo in the Mamo deck, and it's so funny to have a 380 HP and a rock chest plate. That the Ludicolo definitely, I'm definitely interested by the Ludicolo, to be honest, because it would stop Grass Pawn from one hit KOing you. It would also stop. It also makes the Raging Bolt. It makes the Raging Bolt way harder. It makes it way harder for Raging Bolt to KO you as well. I'm definitely intrigued by the by that as an inclusion in the deck for sure. Yeah. I've been out of the loop for a year. How has the meta been as of late? Do we have a wide range of competitive decks? Rotation and a new set came out, so there's no real way to make that kind of call just yet. I mean, the metagame seems fine. The game is still fun and enjoyable to play. As far as wide range of competitive decks, no clue, couldn't tell you. Pops anything can't KO with Ludicolo. That's also true. The Ludicolo is cool. I guess like depending on the meta for sure. Like if Raging Bolt's like super popular and stuff, you probably would want to play it because it just like protects you. That's like one thing really cool about the Mamoswine deck in general is that you can play like a bunch of weird stage 2s in the deck, which is cool. Paul can't two-shot you with chest plate in the 380 HP makes the Pidgey 320 HP for safety. It also it just makes everything get tankier. How'd Tyranitar go yesterday? It went fine. Better than expected, but nothing crazy. Definitely not a competitive deck, but I didn't expect it to be. What do you think about Maractus in this deck? In the deck I'm playing? It just seems bad. I'd rather just attack with Zacian, I think. Have you tried Zacian plus Matang? No. I don't think I will, to be honest. It just seems miserably awful. Luxray KO? Ooh, they could Luxray KO us. Well, with their current setup, no. That's something I ever should have played around. I guess they could have with the Air Balloon, right? Air Balloon, yeah. Have I watched Severance? I have, yeah. What do you think about? Nothing. Not very much. Thoughts on Lycanroc? I mean, it's terrible. Yeah, Lycanroc is awful. Alright, just go KO the Pidgey, right? And then probably attack with the damaged one. If they have an Iono this turn, though, honestly, I'm a little scared. If they have Iono this turn, I'm a little scared. I think we're still in a good spot, though, because we still have Ursaluna to, like, close things out, but it does feel losable if they Iono us this turn. Is there a stream for Brisbane? No. Then there's never a stream for Australian tournaments. They had one stream for an Australian tournament, like, 2 or 3 years ago, but they only streamed top 8. I don't know, maybe something will happen. I doubt it, though. I don't think we're going to see anything for Brisbane, unfortunately. If it wasn't so far away, I would consider like going there and streaming it. It sounds like there's going to be a community stream for Pokemon Go. So it sounds like they're open to the community streaming the tournament. So if I didn't live so far away, I would definitely consider going there and streaming the tournament, to be honest. That'd be like an incentive for me to want to go there and stream the tournament, but... Okay, still looking pretty good. Oh, maybe I should have attacked with this one though, actually, because they could have whiffed the knockout, right? Oh yeah, they definitely could have whiffed the... I should have ran to this one for sure. What? I'm an idiot, bro. I was like, okay, this one dies next turn. They're gonna get a KO next turn no matter what. But that's not true. If I had ran to this one, they maybe whiffed the knockout. Any reason to run this list over the Monkey Dory? It seems interesting. As of right now, I would say no. I think I'm definitely a bigger fan of the Monkey Dory build. So I haven't seen a reason yet, but... yeah, this is getting interesting now for sure. This is definitely getting interesting. That's because I'm throwing. That's getting interesting. This wouldn't be very interesting if I wasn't throwing, but the fact that I'm throwing is making things interesting. I am thinking Scoop Cyclone might just be the way to go. Because honestly, Scoop Cyclone can like reset jet energy too, which is kind of cool. Also, getting this goddamn Billy off my board would be so nice. Dude, I don't feel safe. I probably should feel pretty safe here, but I don't feel safe. I could Night Stretcher and then just punch with Zacian here. I could go... hold up, let me cook for a second. Let me cook. I kind of like that. Actually, let's do this. Okay, I like this. I like this, actually, I think. I found the play. I think I found the play. Cram Punch is like pretty good now. If they have Turo, then they Turo this. Dude, I'm like overcooking as well. Like, what is the best play here? Oh, Cram Punch seems pretty good. I mean, they died this guy next turn, so this seems pretty good. This should work. This should work. Dude, from our start though, I'm actually like, well, now they have to Turo this. They like have to Turo this thing. What about Penny in this deck? It's just no way to find it. It's too slow. I do kind of want to try a Scoop Up Cyclone though. I do want to try a Scoop Up Cyclone in here. Honestly, my real question is where am I I've only played 2 supporters this game. Where are my surfers at though? You can deal with the Mammal for the KO, right? Yeah, but it's just like 1 prize card, and then I don't know. I don't think it like really does a whole ton for me. It also triggers their Pheasantipity, which I was trying to avoid. Unless I was getting a KO on like a 1 prizer, because I want to save the Devo if possible. You'll appreciate the 5 gifted there, Shadow. Welcome to the pack there, the Pokey, Blair, Lyle, Moon Kitty, Shira, Mock, and Velo. Welcome all to the pack. Welcome back to the pack. I think we got this dub, but we're all out of cookies. I think we got him though. I think we got him. Also, do you change your sleeves after every regional? Yes. Oh, there's this is probably just the list that I made yesterday then, if they got the balloon and the fez. Bro, keeping Tier Box and I am Penny so you can search for it? No. Tier Box is like an early game thing to do. Putting Penny in your hand that early, you're probably not going to get value out of it. Your list didn't have fez, I thought? No, it did at the end of it. You guys hand scrub your sleeves or just throw them in the dishwasher? I just throw mine away. Do people actually wash their... I guess you can, dude. That seems like so much work, though. To maintain your sleeves. That is not the play here. I guess they definitely forgot about my Zacian here. Would I be looked down upon for using a sleeve with the design? No. No one would look down on you for using a sleeve with the design. All right, this got way closer than it needed to be, but it definitely was me making some questionable plays overall. But this definitely should have been a little bit more straightforward as far as the dub goes. But we get the dub in the end. It works out. Come on, buddy. You're cooked, buddy. Get out of here. What are you doing? You're going to get farmed. I literally, whenever oh, Brilliant Blender off the rip. What are you, cheating? Yo, check their PC, bro. What the fuck? Second card played? Not even an Arvin for the Brilliant Blender? What the fuck? Oh, that's interesting. I mean, getting rid of the Badoo doesn't seem terrible. I guess they're grabbing 2 energy off this. That's sus. That's a sus discard right there for sure. Weak to metal? Dude, you'd love to see the weak to metal. That's 2 prizes right there. They're playing around the Iron Bundle with that, I guess. That's still 2. I'm going to KO this and your worlds. You're done. I don't get the Poffin. Yeah, the Poffin is hella weird, right? Maybe they like prized a bunch of psychic energy and then they were going to get 2 with Vessel anyways. That could be it, to be honest. Then it's not too weird. It's still a little weird. I kind of want to grab Doubleization, but it's probably incorrect. I think I checked this for research. Now I can go Nest Ball for a Valiant to put the capsule on. We do have Squawkabilly in there as well. I don't really want to Iono their 3-card hand, obviously. We definitely play for it, I think. So I'm going to go Squawk, Mew, Gear, Restart for 1. Specifically looking for... That is not what we're looking for. All right. Squawk and Seize. Oh, that's what we're looking for, though. Oh, we got the whole freaking... I don't want to get mind bended. Oh, I actually am going to burn this, though. Now, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Y'all had me playing freaking Surfer in here. I've had research in here the whole time. Y'all were just trying to troll me. Insane. Now we're cooking. I still kind of don't want to play Iono, but... Maybe the Arvin's better than the Iono, to be honest. Possible. They have to have like an Iono or something here, right? Yeah, they have a research. They're still playing the game. Yeah, why did they, dude? This makes that Buddy Poffin. Maybe they thought they were. Dude, I don't even know. I'm trying to like rationalize. I'm like, what did they think? What did they think here? They're cooked. Maybe we could still lose this. To be honest, we could definitely still lose this. This is 100% losable. Ooh, that Clefairy's a tank. Ooh, we actually don't KO the Clefairy now. We're doing 180. Oh, the boss is too good, though. We're gonna go boom, boom. It's boss. And then restart into Jet Energy. Every time. Oh, dude, I'm just not very lucky. What the heck? So we knock out. I just put the 30 on the roll, try just pressure it. Force him to have Candy Guardy this turn. Honestly, my hand is not that good, though. My hand is just not that good. But they do have to KO my Zacian. They can't just leave my Zacian here swinging on them. So they have to, like, they have to go after it here. See, this is why Squawkabilly does suck to put in play. Like, losing one bench space feels so bad. But whatever. Oh, shoot, they got it. Uh-oh. What deck is this? Zacian Valiant. I think they were planning to junk hunt for Blender, Poff and Blender. True, probably, yeah. Junk hunt strat. What do they even do? Do they just punch me with Gardevoir, I guess? Oh, they're not done yet. They have Fez. How many energy in discard pile? They got 4. I think it's just gonna be a Guardy Punch, though. Yeah, it's just gonna be a Guardy Punch this turn, it looks like. If they find a Dark Energy this turn, honestly, that's kind of scary. If they can find a Dark Energy. Is there a list I can see for the deck you're playing? My lists are always in my Discord. Just go to the Discord. Your deck list is terrible. What would you change, Soda? What would you change? Tell me what you say. Enlighten me. Me and my friend played... This is a 200 punch. Oh, they can clean me up next turn, though. With the Monkey Dory. Can I win this turn? No. I would just go down to 1 prize card here, right? Yeah. The Monkey Dory cleanup is a little scary, though. I'm not gonna lie. Put on the Gardevoir, right? Because the Gardevoir's like the biggest thing that could be swinging. The fact that they can find a Dark Energy and the Monkey Dory KO my active here is... I'm not digging that. I'm not liking that. I do not like that. I'm a little scared. Appreciate that right there. Trust your pilot. Appreciate it, pilot. Find any game-breaking bugs? I haven't come across anything yet. I don't think, as far as bugs go. All right, the researchers are definitely the way to go. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Arven. Now that I'm on the researchers, I kind of don't like the idea of the Arvens, but honestly, maybe we should go back to the Arvens. I do kind of like the Ionos as well, because early game is like a heavy game draw supporter, and it doesn't hurt to have some late game disruption as well. Also, it doesn't hurt to have, I guess one thing I like about the idea of the Ionos is like a way to put cards back in your deck. So maybe it's like a split of like 4 research, 3 Iono, and like 2 Arven or something. I'm gonna try and find room for an Arven after this. A couple Arven does sound kind of nice, to be honest. If they do double knockout, you can just Ursa for Jet game. That is true, yeah. I am going to push up the Snorlax here to potentially give me +1 turn, but... Well, have they committed their supporter down yet? Oh, they didn't get the Dark Energy. Oh, it's Raps. Pack it up. Get him out of here. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's Raps. I just cram them. Get crammy with it. A misted cram. That fickle spitting. You have Devo? We do play 1 Devo. Although I'm not even convinced that Devo is actually good in here, to be honest. It probably is correct to play a Devo, though. Bro, these apples are weak, bro. What the heck? They're already dead. I haven't even killed them yet. Oh, it's just over. We just win. Right? Do I have any hand? Now I do, because I have Prime. Wow. I guess I could prize 4 of the choice things, right? speed run it. Bonk. What this deck does though, that's free every time. We do this every time. It's easy. No problem. If it is walls, it could be Terror Box. I think those are the only two decks really right now that are playing the Cornerstone. Corner Mask. Cornerstone Mask Ogrepon. It's everything. We'll see what they grab off this though. Okay, it's probably just Terror Box. Some Vaultless are on it. True, that is true. You appreciate the prime sub there, 1800. Welcome to the pack. For all of considerations, we got plenty of fans. Yo, what's up, Jesse? No Monkey Dory? Not in this build, no. This is the non-Dory build. Oh, it could still be Bolt. That is true. This could still be Raging Bolt. Very true, very true, very true. It could be. No, nothing's been leaked yet. Could be Raging Bolt. It still could be either deck. We still don't know. We know nothing. We know absolutely nothing. All right. I really want to go KO a Hoot Hoot, but how do I feel about gusting around the Ogrepon? Punching the Ogrepon seems fine. It depends what they would send up though. If I Iron Bundle, if they push up Fan Rotom here, that's really good for me. If they push up Latias, that's kind of whatever. I think I'm gonna go with the Iron Bundle here. I like actively want them to push the Fan Rotom. It's just a free prize card, and I can maybe even KO Hoot Hoot as well. Oh, wait. Oh, it's weak to dark. I was like, wait, is it weak to metal? Okay, I could still go after a Hoot Hoot here. I do have Boss in my hand. Then I don't get to play like a draw supporter for turn. I think I'm just gonna play it safe and just discard the Boss here. Leave myself open for another draw supporter. Okay, this. Relax. This is actually a matchup where I want Crams aggressively, probably, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and bench it. And then Iono. And if we get double switch, we can KO Hoot Hoot off the bench. But if not, that's not that big of a deal. I think the correct play is probably to punch the Fan Rotom for 30, so I can pick it off later. I'm gonna let them play their turn. Wait, what the fuck? Excuse me, sir. Turo? Ooh, that's pretty good. I mean, that's a 2-prize turn. I could Iono here, but I don't need to, right? Yeah, I could Iono here, but the fact that they just did this for their turn makes me not want to. Yeah, probably not. Probably correct to do it like this. Just chill. Does your Mammo deck handle Cornerstone? It doesn't. You just lose. Just have to take the L. You can tech if you want, but I don't know the best tech right now. I think Flygon's still pretty good. But the current build, where I left the build yesterday, you just lose to Cornerstone. You don't have an out. We still don't know what they're playing for sure. It's probably Raging Bolt though, right? Why don't you go after double Hoothoot? Isn't that higher value? I couldn't. There was damage on the Fan Rotom already. There was no damage on the other Hoothoot. Is there a better draw Pokemon to play in future hands than Mew EX? It feels useless so often because the deck runs so much energy. I mean, you can play Fez, but there's no great option. The deck doesn't really have a great option, to be honest. Terrabox Trust. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised for it to be Terrabox. I just don't know what it is. This may be a dumb question, but I am playing this deck into a Cornerstone for Rigorath. I can't place the 30 from Zacian Instant Strike on benched Ogerpon and can't figure out why. All Terra Pokemon can't be hit when they're on their bench because of this. The Terra attribute. Literally every single Terra Pokemon has the attribute. That is why. Ditto means it's Terra Box. There's a water. It is Terra Box. Well, couldn't you play Ditto in... I feel like you could play Ditto in the other thing as well. Dude, this is just kind of sad. This is their play? Wait, am I dead? No, I'm not even dead. Sheesh. Yikes. Okay, I think... Well, and I got this Jet. I think I'm going to play the Iono now. I'm going to start to cycle my deck a little bit here. I'm going to go after this Hoothoot, though, I think. If I get a switch here, I have 4 switch left. Pretty decent odds. Dude, just come on, man. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? I get no help? I think we still punch this thing for 30, though. The Cramorant's already doing more than enough to get our knockout, so... Yeah, this one's basically cooked at this point. Does Terra stand for terrible? We've been actually wondering that question for a while. They actually never confirmed. It could be. It might be. Possibly. Does it stand for the 4 prize with Pump? Oh, they still got to work a little bit harder to get that. Did you miss 20 damage? No. I did not. If I got the switch card, I would have been able to retreat and then get 20 more. Just because it has a future booster capsule on it doesn't mean you can retreat again. You only get to retreat once still. Hey, quick question. Do you think Piplup will ever be meta? Little Bro's my favorite guy. I mean, it's not whether I think it will or it won't. It just kind of depends on if the creators of the game print cards that are like good Empoleons, which could happen. I don't know when. Empoleon's been meta in the past. Who knows? It might be in the future. I remember when we thought the Terra mechanic would have some cool thing for changing types. Yeah, and then it was just bench protection. Hazel, do you prefer the beginning of a set release or the end? If it even matters to you, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I always match versus Golden Go in Canada is cringe. No, you're cringe. Froakie try bouncing is very meta. True. I need a Piplup VMAX. Yeah, hey, it could happen. You never know. Piplup VMAX on the way. What was the last meta Empoleon? Was it a dive and draw black and white one? I think so. Yeah, it was the dive and draw black and white one. I didn't even remember that one. I was thinking about like back 2009. I was thinking about 2009 Empoleon, but no, I think you were right. I think that was the last meta one. Oh my! Are they cooking like that? Holy! Wait, they might actually be cooking like that. Water Pond KO active KO Cram. Chill, chill, chill. Oh no, they're going for it though. Dude, they're not hitting this. What the fuck? Get out of here. You're garbage, kid. Oh shit, chill, 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 chill. Oh my god, no, they got it. Chill. Oh no, wait, how do I deal with this? I mean, it's not impossible to deal with, but it's annoying. So I just gotta get Cram. I gotta get a Cram back, but I need more than just a Cram. Wait, this is actually so bad. I finally see Palpad, and there's nothing I want from the Palpad. All right, so push Valiant, switch to Valiant. I need Postwick here as well, possibly. Dude, this sucks. Okay, that's nice. That's a good one. All right. Postwick. They discard. I don't even know if they will discard. That's a lot of energy to discard. They might discard this. We'll see. All right, goodbye, Owl. Okay, I don't actually know what's in the deck. This. Okay. That gets Cram. Okay, so I'm gonna KO this, and then after that I need Ursaluna. Nestball gets Ursaluna, Jet Energy to Ursaluna. Is there a Cram in the deck? There is. I need to find Boss, potentially. Well, they're not gonna have a 1-part when they're active, right? Probably not. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Cram. I'm gonna keep everything else in the hand, I think, here. They could put a 1-prizer on the active, so I think I just want to grab the ball. I could have maybe put the Arvin back in as well, actually. Could have put the Arvin back in as well. Maybe. Alright. We got him, we got him. What's your favorite deck of all time? ADP Zacian. Every ino/research you did searching for a switch card could have been Arvin and you would have had it 100%. Yeah, but then I don't progress my deck at all. I find one switch card for my turn. That's literally the only thing I do. What's your favorite deck of all time? Already read that question. Didn't Rapid Strike and Bullion V have a small moment in the meta? Yeah, but it's not Piplup. What the heck? Oh, we're talking about because of Piplup. We're talking about Piplup. Piplup is the key here. So what trainer deck feels the best that you played so far? Obviously not Iono. N for sure. N Zoroark. Or yeah, N. You think that Explorer's Guidance in Guardia is bad? It seems pretty bad. Yeah, it doesn't seem very good. You want new Radiant cards back? I don't care. I don't think about those kind of things. I just play with the cards that they give us. What is your most unfavorite deck of all time? ADP Zacian. Thoughts on Zacian with Arch in charge for Brave Slash? Seems terrible. Seems like the worst play to play Hops. For sure. By far. No cap. Oh, the ADP Zacian was a meme for the people only asking for the best deck. No. My favorite deck of all time. ADP Zacian. I got the Poke Gear to work with now as well. I assume they just have Boss KO my... I said, dude, if they have... They have Countercatcher Iono. That's kind of scary, to be honest. I'm scared of... Okay, it's a boss. We're chilling, we're chilling. Unfair Stamp? You just want to play the best decks? No, I just want to play Pokemon. So do you think Roaring Moon can still function in the new meta? Yes. Did you just like ADP Zacian more than Dollstall? ADP Zacian is literally my favorite deck of all time. You think Miraidon is still a good deck for League Cup after rotation? No. I don't think about decks in terms of if it's good for a League Cup or a League Challenge versus like an actual major. Miraidon probably sucks this format. It'd be cool if it survives, but it probably just sucks. Although it would be cool if it survives. There's only one way to find out. What about the best of one cheese? What do you mean? Energy Stick or Roaring Moon? I don't know about that. Maybe though, to be honest. Yo, I hate it when I ask streamers a question and then they pretend like they never read it and awkwardly look over their shoulder. Could you ping 20 then KO with your own moon? Yes. Actually, sure. Why not? You think Fezandipity EX is good for the game? I don't know. I don't think about those things. Don't ask me questions like that. I just don't care. I don't think about those things. Just repeated myself on that one, I think. Hazel just joined back. How's this deck doing? It's okay. It's okay. I think Monkey Dory Hops is better for sure. Is if Jesse Parker? Oh wait, is that actually Jesse? Oh, okay. Is if something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck. Only time I'll have an opinion. Oh yeah, is if the game feels unfun to play. Then I'll be like, why does it feel unfun to play? But I haven't felt that way about the game since literally Broken Lugia, so I just don't think about these. And outside of that, I just don't think about these things because it just doesn't matter. Oh, dude, what the heck? The Monkey Dory to stop the... Actually, no, it doesn't even stop it. I'd rather kill the Monkey Dory here. Our hand's kind of broken as long as we didn't prize Fez. Not Fez, Squawk, excuse me. The Squilly. Our Squilly's in there. Where should I put this 20 damage? It always goes to a Hoot Hoot, right? That's actually kind of weird. That actually is kind of weird, huh? If I put it on a Hoot Hoot, if I put this 20 damage on a Hoot Hoot, if I use Iron Bundle, he could send up that Hoot Hoot. If I put it on the Fan Rotom and I use Iron Bundle, he's going to push up Monkey Dory. I almost want to put it on the Fan Rotom. Also, if I whiff, then the Fan Rotom's going to stay with that 20 for me to work with later as well. To get the cleanup. Oh, I should have done this first. That's interesting, though. That's actually very interesting. Hyperblower first? I can't, because when I jet up the Iron Valiant, I have to trigger its ability. Obviously, I would Hyperblower first if I could. Thanks. Thanks a ton. That's really great. Assuming that I'm throwing and misplaying. Makes me feel great. Appreciate it. All right, let's get this fucking Postwick. God damn it. We did get the Prime Catcher, though. I guess the Prime is the way here. Okay, out of this hand... I can actually KO double Hoot Hoot. But is that worth it? Because then I have no draw power in play. Or I can KO one Hoot Hoot plus one Fan Rotom. What was the hand here? Double Noctowl? I can actually KO double Hoot Hoot here. It doesn't seem worth it, though, to be honest. Because then I lose... Then I have no draw power in play. I have no draw power in play to work with. Sounds hilarious. I actually don't even know if the third Iron Valiant's in the deck. I'm just not going to overextend. I'm not going to overextend. I don't even know if the third Iron Valiant's in the deck. It wasn't in the deck. Oh my gosh, chat almost got me to throw. Fuck you, chat. All right, we're going to go with the... I want to draw with the Mew now for sure. Dude, these boards like still suck though, where I think I'm gonna hold the Postwick because I want to add like a counter to Area Zero. Well, I am saying this is an Area Zero. Oh, this is Tank Terapagos, right? Oh shoot, this matchup sucks. This is Tank Terapagos, right? Dude, I lose. This is an unbeatable matchup. I don't even know how I go about winning this. Gee, sorry for getting the free YouTube short. Thanks for nothing, Azul. Dude, I literally prized my 3rd Iron Valiant. You're trolling me. Boof's going crazy here? Dude, I get bodied by the boofs here. Holy smokes, this is so bad. Now, he's got to get there, of course. He's got to get there. He's got to get there. He didn't get any boofs off the fan order as well, so finding the boofs could be tough. The deck does play 3 boofs, though. Why does it remind you a lot of playing Lost Box? I don't know. Someone else said something like that about another deck, and I was like, bro, this should not remind you of playing Lost Box at all. This should not remind you of playing Lost Box literally at all. It would for the comment that someone made earlier, it would turn it into like I'd have no draw power and he'd have no draw power, so it would turn it into a top deck scenario, but I have no late game draw power on board and I have no room for it then at that point. So if he just hits an Iono at some point, I'm just gonna lose. So this was definitely the correct play, to be honest. Okay, he's going wide. He's going wide. Look out. Oh wait, this might not actually be Tank Terapagos. Yeah, this actually might not be Tank Terapagos because there's the water pond there. Does Tank Terapagos play water pond? I feel like it doesn't. Research. Well, that's a prime catcher, so it's got to be Tank Terapagos. It's got to be Tank Terapagos. It's just Tank Terapagos with a water pond. There might be enough prize cards in play that if I can find my pal pad to recover my boss, I can maybe win this. Maybe. Otherwise, I think it still seems tough, to be honest. If I top deck boss right now, I don't think I'd use it. I'm trying to just KO this Monkey Dory, to be honest. I'm trying to show this Monkey Dory a good time. Dude, what the fuck, bro? People gotta stop with these Bravery Charms, bro. I'm pissed. I keep running into the... Dude, everyone has Bravery Charm in all their freaking decks. What is this? Why is everything a fucking tank? Monkey Dories and Bravery Charms, bro. Stop. I need to kill his ass. Alright, we gotta kill this Hoot for sure. It's gotta go. Oh! Insane. So how do I do this? How do I do this best? Jet up this one, switch into this one. Postwick first. I mean, they could discard the Hoot. I would be fine with that, though, to be honest. So jet this one up. Don't kill the stupid Monkey Dory, but we get the Hoot KO, which is the most important KO. It could still be Tank Terapagos. I guess, like... Yeah, I guess it still could be Tank Terapagos. It still could be Tank Terapagos. The lack of boofs is a little suspicious. For sure. The lack of boofs is suspicious. Briar? Oh, shoot. Look out. My hand is actually just not that good as well. I have no out to... Oh, I have a Cram. I can Night Stretcher for Cram into Iono, I guess. I mean, I could research this hand as well, but losing Pheasantipity feels kind of bad. But if they go, like, Area 0 and I go Postwick, Night Stretcher, Cram, Research, I guess I'm okay with that. As long as I gotta find this Pal Pad to get these bosses back, though. Because trying to get through a tanked up Terapagos is pretty tough. I should be able to close it out, though, eventually with the Pal Pad. Going, like, Ursaluna, though, at the end of the game. As long as I can find the Pal Pad, I think we're in a comfortable spot. Any chance Enge Joltik sees play with all the tools going around? There's not that much. There's not that many tools going around. I mean, there's like a couple. No, I don't think right now. I don't think it lines up that well into anything with tools right now. I don't like paralyzing someone's Zacian with a choice ban, if you have to have a Joltik on your bench, sounds kind of miserable because they're just gonna be like, all right, cool, you did 30 damage. I'm gonna snipe your Joltik next turn. You see like a free prize card. Yeah, I'd say no. I think it has merit in the future at some point, probably, but yeah, right now it's not that good, I don't think. This has to be Terror Box. There's no way the Fighting Energy is played without a Cornerstone. Well, isn't the Tank Terrapagos deck? Don't you play a bunch of like weird things in there as well, though? I hate buying sealed product. Always buy singles, but no shop was selling singles yet, and I wanted some Zoroark, so I had to buy a booster box and got Zoroarks, including an altar. That's justice right there. I want to say that they just have the better deck because they have Monkey Dory, right? They definitely are just playing the better deck because like Monkey Dory is just, we're just the worst version of their deck, for sure. I gotta try and kill this thing. I wish we'd went second, man. Holy smokes, we're gonna get cooked. Azul, did you try any? Maybe I should have actually waited on this ping. Actually, I probably should have just like left this Mew in the active to use the ping next turn because I could have used it with switch or just not use it. Did you try any Ace Specs with Zork besides Hyper Aroma? No, just Hyper Aroma. I'd have a hard time believing anything feels as good as Hyper Aroma though, to be honest. Okay, well they already misplaying. They put two Zacian in play. Winnable, winnable. They're already throwing. I got the KO. I'm doing 90. I think it just has to be a Pokegear for next turn, right? Yeah. Could Iono next turn, so just throw this down. I do 120, so I 2-hit these anyway. So I think I just stacked on the Snorlax, to be honest. It's gonna be weird. What do you do to calm down when you're tilted to play good practice online games? Me, nothing in particular, to be honest. I'm always chill. Oh, what the heck, man? Oh, he's weak to metal? Dude, it's chalked. He's weak to metal? What? Since when? What the f... All right, we gotta go to God. We lose. No, we're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling. We got this, we got this. Chill out, chill out. Hop it on him. Give me a crammy. Give me a pheasant bippity. Give me a... I guess it's gotta be the Arven here. I mean, I KO the active, but then I need like a follow-up. I need follow-up. I think it's gotta be like a Pokegear here. I feel like it's gotta be Pokegear here. Weak to metal is crazy, bro. What the heck? All right, we're fickle. Was it fickle spitting? Fickly spitting. Let's see what they got on this next turn. All right, we got two. If they do have boss KO this again, we can try and Ursaluna them, I guess. Yeah, then we can try and Ursaluna. They cram, I cram, then I cram their cram, and then I... You should win, be able to win with Ursaluna then. Do they have a way to get into that? Ooh, Dory online. Yo, what's up, Stellar? Yo, they surfing out here, bro. Bro, that's so like 3 hours ago, bro. What are you doing, surfer? You're cooked for that. I only have one Arvin left. I'd get the Arvin off it. I could get the tool card plus Prime Catcher and just KO the... No, I could KO that, yeah. Go down to one prize card. So I should go get my Cram first. I think I draw. I think I play for that, actually. Or I could get the boss play off, maybe. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, there's Arvin. Is it in there, though? Should be. I didn't check. Alright, they're cooked. They're cooked. We got them. Right where we want them. I play Okidoki X in the end deck. It's Cornerstone out. Can I send a link in chat? No. You can't. Okay, Iona, that's fine. Got Mufez. We got a decent lineup here. I also just win with Cram. If they don't draw a prize card, I literally win with Cram, so. They need a thing for the Zacian. That's a dub. That's a dub.